Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. Very big thank you to all the new Patreon supporters, more and more every day. Thank you for your support and your continued support. Thank you to everyone who has left a like, a comment, or has subscribed. Thank you, and get ready for another ridiculous video. This space never ceases to amaze me. I literally don't understand exactly what's going on. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. For those of you not looking at the screen, it says Bitcoin price analysis. Bitcoin reaches key support. This one says this indicator hints at short-term Bitcoin rally. Will Bitcoin's price hit $25,000 this week? This one says Bitcoin and Ethereum hold support. Ethereum Classic accelerates again. It's a really weird moment in the market. The news from an hour or so ago is indicating that the cryptocurrency market is in red and therefore could it dip. News that came out more recently is talking about that a lot of coins are beginning to move up. I don't have the explicit number of all the altcoins right now that the news is talking about are looking like that they're going to be gaining in value going up, but that seems to be the general sentiment. There's a lot of news, as you also saw yesterday, of news that happened around yesterday around how high is Ethereum going to go. Are we going to see a $3,000 or a $5,000 Ethereum by the time we get up to the upgrade? Bitcoin's news is also kind of the same. I saw one that seemed a little wacky when I went through it. They were talking about that they expect by the end of this month for Bitcoin to be back above 30,000, as that is the main catalyst number for them. And it's more like a pump your brakes kind of thing. We have to see exactly where all markets are going before we really understand exactly how well our market will do. That was basically all the cryptocurrency price news. Not joking. I think because prices weren't really swinging dramatically in either direction, there wasn't any real dramatic news as to where prices are going to go. If we have any kind of day where prices are up by, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7%, we tend to hear, whoa, Bitcoin's going to $9 million. But as prices were just down and are currently in the green, I think a lot of analysts, if you will, don't really know what to say about cryptocurrency prices. Once again, at the moment, crypto prices are in green right now, but who knows where they will be in a couple of hours. Tying into what's actually going on, did it scroll away from it? Okay, I guess it did. Currently, the reason why stock markets are also at the moment in the red is because of this event that is happening right now. There's a lot of terms in here that I know that I cannot say because of the algorithm. For those of you who don't remember, there's a reason why I speak the way that I do about certain things, because the algorithm does pick it up and has problems with it. That's just how it works being a YouTuber. So at the moment, this woman right here, her name is right here. If you're doing something important, don't look at the screen, please. If you're driving, what have you. She right here went here, this place. The problem, and I'm giving you a very light air quotes because it is not a problem, is that this place right here, yeah, that one, does not consider this place to be a country. Not joking. They believe that this is their territory, even though that this place has their own name, but this place would like to change that. The issue, air quotes, being is that she went there and has therefore recognized this place as a country. I believe she is the first person to do so. I think it says since the 70s or something like, the 80s. I don't remember the exact time frame, but it's been a very long time. And as such, this place, who continuously creates problems for the rest of the world, has announced that her going here, may make them set up gigantic, maybe there's the word somewhere around here. Long story short, since 1997, and they said that they may have unspecified counter. Sorry, I had to sneeze for like 5 minutes and it comes out during the video. Excuse me, I do apologize. If you're looking at the screen, they have said that because of her going there, that they may use machines that they have to cause problems. I think you understand what I'm talking about. If you aren't, if you get what's going on. And that, at the moment is a major issue for stocks. Being completely clear, she is an adult and also a representative of this country, and she can go wherever she gosh darn pleases. Period. Like, there's no actual other sentence behind it that she shouldn't have gone there. Like, she can go wherever she wants, as can anyone else. And the fact that she stepped foot here, that they're now threatening here and this place, is a major problem. Just from an actual like logical standpoint, as far as like being fragile and whatnot. Anyway, it's far too political to talk about, as this is a money channel. But yeah, so if when stocks open, you see them going down because stocks around the world are closed lower, many of them, and also stock markets that are currently opening right now are looking further to the east to see exactly what's going on. This place would be out of their fudging minds if they even thought of doing something. I believe she's the third in line to the presidency, if I'm not confused. They would be out of their minds to even think of doing something. But of course, the tension is there, and markets are responding to it as well. Once again, she has every right. You can't tell people where they can and cannot go. So anyway, that's the price news. That's, you may be seeing why certain prices are doing certain things or what's happening in the markets. It's because of this. Right. That's all the price news that we have for right now. And yeah, let's move on. In one of the, and I dare not say popular, in one of the most spoken about news stories of the day, in a tweet earlier, Magic Eden confirmed that there is an exploit draining wallets on the Solana ecosystem. At the time of writing, data from Dune shows that over 7,700 addresses have been affected, as pundits estimate that at least $5 million in crypto assets have been lost. And there's the tweet for it right there. While the vulnerability causing the exploit remains unknown, Binance's Changpeng Zhao and other pundits have confirmed that the exploit does not seem to affect cold wallets or central crypto exchange wallets. They shouldn't or would not in the first place. That's like something happening on a chain, but also like affecting the money that you have on your ledger. It does not make any sense. So of course it would not. Users have been advised that disabling permissions granted to suspicious links in their wallets may not be enough, and have been instead encouraged to move their assets to cold wallets such as a ledger or to central exchanges. And here's the tweet from Changpeng Zhao right here. The information available shows that the attackers have somehow managed to gain access to seed phrases of users. Somehow, right? At the time of writing, the most popular theory is one suggested by Avalab CEO Emin Gün-Sirer. According to Sirer, the exploit is likely a supply chain attack, as he suggests a JavaScript library may have been compromised. For those of you who didn't hear that and don't hear the enthusiasm in my voice, this is now the 9th time, I think the 10th time this year, if I'm actually thinking correctly, that Solana has been in trouble. Earlier this year, it was 51% attacks multiple times, which you're never supposed to have on your actual network. It shows a huge amount of fragility. The other times, what was the other exploits and things that were happening? I don't remember anymore, but alas, here we are. So, Solana's wallet system, something's going on. People are being hacked. Tons of money is being taken away. And the only thing that really was logic is that Solana is currently down by 4%. I'm not sure what people, like what kind of mental gymnastics are actually going on with people in the ecosystem that this thing can have. It is August. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. It is the 8th month, the beginning of the 8th month of this year, and this project has had 10 problems this year alone. Can you imagine if XRP had exploits every single month? People would be hounding them talking about how terrible it is. If Cardano had 9 problems this year, and I don't mean the actual gigantic delays that they've been having since 1922, I mean actual exploits, draining all the money from it, having problems, 51% attacks. There would probably be no Cardano news and they would no longer be in the top 50. Just a guesstimate. How this coin manages to only go down by 4%, I don't know. The news today is check your Solana, because I think a lot of people out there do have some. Make sure that it has not been exploited or stolen, or if you see that you still have your funds, try and transfer them to a hardware cold wallet like a Ledger or a Tezos. What's the other one? I don't know the other one. To make sure that your funds are secure and safe. I'm expecting by September something else like this is going to happen. Solana's price will go down by 2%. The next day it'll go back up because, yeah, it says Solana drops as thousands of wallets attacked on Solana. I sincerely don't understand anymore. I saw this news and there were people, I clicked on Twitter first. I think it was like the tab that was open on my browser first. And I was scrolling through it and I saw everyone talking about it and I was like, I don't get it. And the amount of people also like defending it as well, being like, we'll come back stronger next time. How many times do you need to trip? Anyway, that's the Solana news. I believe that's, yeah. There's this, what is it? This story and the next story were the most popular news stories. I mean, you'll see. The other one, I still don't understand why it was so popular. But yeah, so if you have Solana, please check your wallet to make sure that you're okay, and or move it to a cold storage device just in general, because, you know. Right. That's the Solana news. I mean, how many more times? How many? I'm like, this is like a crazy streak. Like, does the network has literally frozen for hours before. People weren't able to move their money, and then it still went back up the next day. Like, what needs to happen? This is the third time I'm saying this year. What needs to happen for people out there to realize that something's wrong here? Tell me, give me information to let me know exactly what it would take for you to be like, oh, something's wrong, because the blockchain has already been frozen. Like that for me, if Bitcoin ever has a freeze, and not even a slowdown, Bitcoin's already slow. You know, we've established that. I mean, a general, like, Bitcoin is not working for 19 hours. I'd be like, well, Bitcoin clearly has a problem and we maybe all need to step back. Anyway, that's the Solana news. So make sure your funds are safe because, and yeah, let's move on. And I mean, this was, sure, like, I shrugged when I saw this because I just assumed, oh, wow, sure, why not? But this was the news story of the millennium. Everyone went completely crazy over this. Cloud software company MicroStrategy today announced that Michael Saylor, a Bitcoin advocate, understatement, who has served as the company's chief executive officer since 1989. Wow, I didn't know they had Bitcoin in 1989. Will step down as CEO and transition to a new role of executive chairman. Fong Li, the company's president, will assume the role of CEO at MicroStrategy, which is currently the public company with the largest Bitcoin treasury. The changes take effect on Monday, and according to Saylor, the role split will allow him to focus even more significantly on the firm's Bitcoin holdings. And there's a photo chart in case you didn't understand the words that I just read. He said, I will remain an executive officer of the company and chairman of the board of directors, as well as assuming the chair of investments committee and leading our Bitcoin acquisition strategy. My focus is Bitcoin advocacy and education, like with Bitcoin Mining Council and being spokesperson and envoy to global Bitcoin community. Why are there two the... Okay, like words are missing. Anyway, so the most popular news story of the day is that Michael Saylor, is that his name? Yeah, Michael Saylor is no longer CEO of MicroStrategy. And everyone completely lost their mind. And I mean, lost it. And I would not be shocked at all if that was the actual reason for the drop in prices hours ago or something like that. So as we know right now, it has been explicitly stated, he is now going to be the face of Bitcoin buying and traveling around the world. The new CEO has announced they will not be selling any of their Bitcoin, which is why I believe the price dipped, because people were like, oh no, Michael Saylor's not there. They're going to sell all their Bitcoin. He said, no, we're not selling any Bitcoin. The strategy is to still accumulate more Bitcoin. And that's what this guy here is going to be doing. There were a lot of rumors floating around that allegedly, I don't know. This is the internet. They were saying that apparently, what in the world is that? What is that? Okay, anyway, the news was a lot of people were speculating if the entire Twitter spat between him and Vitalik Buterin had something to do with him stepping down from his position, i.e., from what I read, allegedly, that he seemed a little unhinged, as we were talking about before, and therefore, for the sake of the image of the company, he can no longer be CEO. Who knows if that's actually correct? Does it really matter? No. The point that people actually care about is that they're not selling any of their Bitcoin. They're still going to be buying more Bitcoin. He'll still be playing a prominent role. I have never heard of Fang Li myself. He's never been in crypto news, so I assume he will not be taking any prominent role in talking on Twitter or anywhere else, and Michael Saylor will still be the general face of the company, if you will. So yeah, incredibly, I mean, hundreds of articles about this. It's kind of like whenever we get news that a company is like firing people. There was some, like, remember like a month ago when like, oh yeah, we're firing, 8 people in our workforce. And that was like the most popular news story of the day. So I don't know why these kind of news stories fascinate people so much. Does anyone else find this exciting or special or interesting? Or were you terrified of them selling their Bitcoin? No, because that's a very dangerous slope for us to be on as a community, where if someone steps down as CEO, Bitcoin's price falls. Bitcoin's not a company. It's a payment method. Why would our prices drop because we heard that this man is no longer CEO? Them selling Bitcoin should be their prerogative. The idea of crypto is if you own it, it's yours. You can sell it. Do whatever you want with it. You can move it back and forth between 9,000 wallets if you wanted to. It's your money. There's no limits. So I guess the stress is therefore gone from this conversation. He'll still be there. He's not CEO. They're not selling. They actually plan on buying more. And this is why he wants to, I guess, have more of a role in the space. Wow, right? See how amazing that news is. Yeah, that's the MicroStrategy. I mean, the Michael Saylor MicroStrategy. They're very, very close. That's the Michael Saylor is no longer CEO at MicroStrategy news. I did a little shrug. Yeah. Let's move on. Next up, high-end Italian fashion giant Gucci has become the first major brand to accept payments in the form of Bored Ape Yacht Club affiliated ApeCoin. There's a photo of a pink ape flipping a coin. He looks happy because he's smiling and he's holding money. The move was announced on Monday and could provide the ApeCoin project with significant mainstream exposure, along with bringing further utility to the cryptocurrency. Gucci customers in the US of A will now be able to purchase items in-store with Ape, while the payment infrastructure will be provided by BitPay, a firm that has helped big names such as AMC Theaters accept crypto payments in the past. Has anyone, tell me the truth, has anyone actually spent their crypto in the last 6 months? Like, as far as there's a lot of stores that are now accepting cryptocurrency. Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Electric Coin, you name it, it's kind of out there. Has anyone spent it? I wonder what the numbers are for AMC theaters, They said excited to announce Gucci will become the first major brand to allow customers to pay for purchases in ApeCoin, despite the ongoing bear market. The fashion brand has taken a serious plunge in the crypto sector last year. In February, Gucci kicked things off with a Super Gucci NFT collection in collaboration with vinyl toys brand Super Plastic. The following month, Gucci rolled out the Gucci Grail NFT collection, targeting towards owners of top NFT projects such as the Bored Ape Yacht Club. In May, the firm went on to announce plans to accept 12 crypto assets: Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ether, Wrapped Bitcoin, Litecoin, Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, and $5 stablecoins. It says Bored Ape Yacht Club collectors, something Gucci synonymous. This is, I don't know if you got it, but Gucci probably, I don't know this for certain, but I'm going to ascertain. Gucci probably owns an enormous amount of Bored Apes. There, I said it. This happens all the time. Remember, I don't know what it was. This was like a year or two ago. There was some brand who was like, surprise, and they started accepting some other coin. And I was like, well, that's a really odd coin for you to start accepting before all the other coins. So the news is, Gucci is clearly tied in some sort of way to the Bored Ape Yacht Club ecosystem, as they keep doing collaborations and things with them. For me, it's always like, how deep does the rabbit hole go? Like, are they holding massive, do they have like 500 apes? Did they receive a portion of that airdrop? Because I think everyone who owned an ape got an airdrop of, I think, $300,000 worth of ApeCoin at the time. How much money did Gucci get? Why is Gucci so friendly with ApeCoin? The news is, can't wait to not spend my ApeCoin there, because I'm accumulating ApeCoin, for those of you who didn't get that from the last other 8 videos where I was saying that. It's just more of I feel like the project is going to do very well long term, and I'm giving, I give it like a 5-year period as far as when the metaverse eyes have really taken off. Will I be spending my coins at Gucci or any other fashion label? Not a gosh darn chance, because I do not want to be that pizza guy. That's just me particularly. I made that mistake many other times before. Many other coins that I knew would do well, and I was like, I'm going to accumulate that coin, and then I got like 4 of them. And then I wish I had gotten like 1,000, but I didn't because I was lazy. So here I am right now. Anyway, the point is, one of the most popular news stories of the day, as is to be expected, because it's about an ape coin and clothing that goes on the body that is expensive, now accepting a cryptocurrency that was released about a year ago. What a weird world do we live in. Doesn't that sound insane? Can you imagine? Let's go back in time to 2001. Realizing that you'd be able to walk into any fashion store or otherwise and pay in something called ApeCoin. Imagine someone saying, hey, buy ApeCoin to you in 2002. You'd probably run the other direction in the street. But that's where we are right now. Or Shiba Inu. The crypto space is very, very weird. Let's see where this goes. Here's an assumption. I assume Gucci's going to be releasing another NFT project, and is probably going to only be accepting ApeCoin. See what I'm getting at? Because it seems kind of obvious at this point. Super popular news. There's an ape flipping a coin. He is smiling and wearing a hat, and for some reason has pink fur. And without further ado, let's move on. Oh, here's a really fun one. It's not going to happen, but it's kind of fun. Should the fate of Gary Gensler, the chairman of the US SEC, lie in the hands of crypto investors, then his days in office may be numbered. This is because 18,873 people have signed a petition. It says sponsored by AI from Boston. I don't know what that is. Seeking to oust him from office for his part played in the obstruction of justice with respect to the activities of Citadel Securities. Long story short, someone started a petition to get this guy out of office because he's just absolutely terrible as an SEC anything. And they have 18,000 signatures. When this first got started, I remember reading they have 100, and I was like, oh, that's sweet. 18,000. Do I explicitly believe that this will have any impact on his job? No. Realistically, when it comes to regulating or people being in high positions of power, if they did something wrong and were actually ousted, I'd be like, whoa, we live in a utopia. But that's not how it works. They keep doing terrible things over and over and over, and they just kind of remain in office. So I assume that 18,000 people trying to get this man out of office for alleged wrongdoings will have no actual effect. Somebody will read the article or read the petition and go, no, he's going to stay inside of office. But I do think it's fascinating that they got to 18,000 people who were so passionate about this that they ended up signing this petition. Anyway, that's kind of weird, right? This was also in the news floating around. So I think it would be interesting if we had all documents unsealed to figure out exactly why the SEC does what it does and why it has been doing what it has been doing within the cryptocurrency space. And then to be able to make get an answer from that. But, anyway, I thought it was fascinating. You might not think so, but I thought it was fascinating. Anyway, that's the long live corruption news. I don't know what that should be titled. Yeah. Let's move on. As always, hey, very special thank you to my Patreon supporters, GBU Wally, Manny Cryptos, Crypto Gambino, Bubble Mode, How's Life Austin, Auspicious Agile and Blockchain, Jamie Saad, Blockchain Simplified, and let's move on. Empire Queen, Roman Gaba, Bitcoin, Ben Arachno, Dave, Tony, Ambroski, The Dealers In, Captain Something in the Z, Wait Lay, Mobarazzi, VB Nerd 21, Miguel Grelay, Lorna Silva, Quarter Biddy, Troy, Olga, Space Case, Need a Miracle, Patronasso, Navarro Williams, Utopia 569, Moonman High XRP, Martin Stoyo, No Soromo, John Sarson, The Animal Rita, Bibliophobia, Todd, Mullet, Adam, Grace, Wise Night, Owl, 242 to the World, Bankroll Network, Crypto Artist, Colty 3D, Setsuna, Rich Richard III, Paxis, Nick Mangialavori, Jim Garner, Jeremy Fox, Minting Coins, Yesterday Crypto, Bonnie Make, Butterface, Anytime Fitness, Mouse Corner Staff, Bake Me a Cake, Tigger, Macho, Nisa, All Crypto with Lionel, and Crayola Michelle, URL. Thank you all very, very much for your continued support. Thank you to everyone who is a member of the channel, who has clicked the little join button below. Thank you to everyone who is a clicker of affiliate links, who has liked. What's this? What's going on here? Okay, there we go. As I was scrolling, it was like missing frames or something like that. Thank you to everyone who is still here listening to me about losing frames on my computer. At the moment, Bitcoin is up by 0.56%, 7% in the last week. Ethereum is up by 2.5%, up by 11% in the last week as well. Binance Coin is up by 3% today. Cardano is up by 1.82. Solana is down by 5. Polkadot is up by 2% as well. Polygon is up by 2. Avalanche is up by 2. Shiba Inu is up by 1.4. Uniswap is up by 6 percentile points. Ethereum Classic is up by 7% in the last day alone. What a world! Chronos is up by 4%. Near Protocol is up by 3. Cosmos is up by 2 percentile points. ApeCoin is up by 14%. Can you imagine if Bitcoin rose by 14% every time it got announced that it would, you were able to use it to buy something? We'd be at $1 million Bitcoin. ApeCoin is currently at $7. 24% in the last week alone. Filecoin is up by 2.5%. VeChain is up by 7%. Internet Computer, that name, is up by 21% in the last 7 days. Tezos is up by 10% in the last week. Axie Infinity is up by 13.9% in the last week as well. Coin's not doing too bad. I guess maybe we'll see what happens after she leaves that country, because once again, by all logic, market should be moving up, but that's just my opinion. I do hope that you all enjoyed. I hope you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for liking, listening, commenting, supporting, and or watching. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.